Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I really appreciate the time. I wanted to come on here and make a quick video to just address a couple things about me and about some things that have been said about me. And I have chosen to not like specifically make a video about it, and to like maybe address certain things on post, like on my community tab because oftentimes I don't feel that it's necessary for me to come on and actually make a video. And I feel like I address everything there. I use my community tab as like a way that I like reach out to my subscribers and have a more, I guess, less content focused connection, just like a connection with my subscribers, basically. And so, since I address it there, I assume that people who I haven't blocked that have that are my detractors. Because I only block people once you become disrespectful, once you show that you're like to the point of harassment. Other than that, I don't block people. However you feel about me is however you feel about me. Um, I say this all the time, I don't take YouTube serious. So any beef that someone has with me, it's all them. I don't have beef towards anybody. I don't know anyone on here. I haven't personally interacted with anybody on here enough. I haven't talked to anyone behind, um, or off YouTube or like in private. Like, I don't know none of y'all to have a personal beef or like just problem with you. It's genuinely not that serious to me. However, I do want to take the time to make a video about it because this will most likely be what people share around and talk about or make videos about in response to. I left the exotical space because I realized that it was not a space for beautiful, pretty, attractive women of color to come and share their experiences as well as trade social strategies. Now, the reason why I say women of color is because I realize and recognize it in maybe biracial women, black women, some Asian women, non-black Hispanic women. Like, I realize that this space, or maybe would consist of different women of color that may not all identify as black. But because we're all pretty, we all have pretty girl experiences. We can come and talk about those experiences as well as trade social strategies about how to deal with having pretty privilege as well as the negative aspects of it. So that's what I thought the Ache Space was about because in my mind, I never viewed the term exotical as meaning light skin only or mixed only. I don't, again, I have said multiple times in my video, based off of my background, I don't have that complex. So I don't hear the word exotical and think of a mixed person. I don't hear the word exotical and think of a light skinned person because I don't. To me, exotic it has to do with, like I said, like your beauty. Do you speak multiple languages? Are you from a different country? Like, that's more so what I think of versus you just being light skinned or you just being mixed. Okay, I went on to find out that much like any other woman's space, you can't be honest. You can't have a real true opinion. And you have to kind of go along with the get along. That's not my personality. It has never been my personality. So once I started to realize that that was not something that was welcome there, and just how people just immediately turned on me, for not even saying something that was like spicy or like offensive, like just literally me saying like, hey, like in my opinion, being exotic means that you have a beautiful face. You have beautiful features. From head to toe, you're the full package. You have it's other aspects about you that make you stand out or unique, other than just being light skinned, having loose texture hair, or being biracial. That's literally what I said in that video. To like sum everything else up, that's what I said. And somehow that made me public enemy number one to them. So hey, again, I don't really feel any ways about that other than the fact that, like I said, I realize, just like with any woman's space, that being honest and having your true opinion and telling the truth is not acceptable. A lot of times women like to be in spaces that circulate delusions, and we're not honest with each other. We all, you play into my fantasy for me, I'll play into your fantasy for you. That's what a lot of women's faces are, right? So when you come in there and you're objective, you're honest, you you have a nuanced opinion or a nuanced take, that's not gonna work. What I also realized is because I show myself, because you can visibly see me, and I'm not trying to hide myself for various reasons, because I believe sometimes people hide themselves online so they can have anonymity, so that they can say what they want to say and not have anything traced back to who they genuinely truly are. Yeah, sure, I understand that. But I think more so, particularly in this space where beauty and aesthetics will be discussed, I think it's more so that a lot of people hide themselves because they are, again, like I said, I'm living a fantasy, you're living a fantasy, you're living a fantasy. So if none of us show ourselves, there's nothing for you to pick apart. There's nothing for you to select. There's for you to say like, well, you don't look like that. Well, you don't look like that. Like, there's not. You can't do that if you don't show yourself. That's why I think a lot of them don't show themselves, because if they are trying to adhere to this certain fantasy, that allows for them to be able to not have that dismantled so easily. Whereas if you, since you can see me, like you can see me, I'm not ashamed of how I look, or I'm not like worried about people finding me. Like I said, YouTube is not real. So, however you feel about me, or whatever things that you feel towards me, is not on me to care. It's not on me to give that um attention. Like, I don't have to give your issues with me attention. Okay? Um, that's just what it is. Yeah. I left this space because, like I said, I realized it's not my type of people. Um, it wasn't what I thought I was. And all I can say is, do I regret being in that space? Yes. Do I regret saying the things that I said? No. Now, I know there are people who have made videos about me who are still making videos about me. And typically these are people who are disgruntled ex-subscribers. People who interacted with me in my comment section. They didn't like how it went. They weren't able to manipulate me. They weren't able to win whichever debate they were trying to, have with me, whatever, back and forth. Whatever, that they didn't get what they wanted out of their interaction with me, and whether or not they became unhinged and got blocked, or I just continue to be kind and sweet. That's typically what I do. Once I realize that somebody is getting to the point where this is no longer like an intellectual debate, it's more just about they're angry and having a temper tantrum, I'll say things like tremendous blessings to you. Wonderful to, like, this is what I have learned from being almost 33 years old. And like, when somebody is going back and forth with you, and you can see it escalating to the point where they're losing the ability to have control over themselves, be kind, be sweet, don't stoop to their level. So that's how I interact with people. You'll see, you can go to my comment section and see, you know once you become too insulting and you become like too like obsessive about it, then you almost likely be blocked. But other than that, I'll just, I'll be kind, I'll be sweet, I'll be respectful. That's how I interact with people in real life when they get like that, and that's how I'm gonna do on YouTube. So most of the people who have made videos about me are people who did not, like I said, get what they want from their interaction with me. They thought they were going to, have a gotcha moment or something. I don't know. But I don't think like that. So I'm just trying to speculate what they thought they were going to get from interacting with me on my channel on a particular video where they didn't like my opinion. Because that's always what it comes down to. They didn't like my opinion. They weren't able to get me to go back on my opinion, or they weren't able to embarrass me, or whatever. They didn't like my opinion, and they weren't able to punish me or uh do whatever people do when they don't like your opinion, but they realize they don't have no power over you. So they want to just cause a problem for you because that's the most they can do, right? Okay, fine. Few things I want to address. At no point on any video, in any comment section, mine or others, have I mentioned or called myself mixed. I am not a mixed woman. I the idea that people are running around saying that I have said I'm mixed is so absurd to me, or that I want to be mixed is so absurd to me that I have just laughed it off because it's so ridiculous. But I realize, like, people don't care about the truth when a lie is more like juicy or shady or more salacious. Like, people don't care that you've never said something. But if running around saying that you said it is what brings them the clicks, brings them the views, brings them the engagement on their channel, then they're going to keep saying the same lie over and over again. So I just wanted to say here in this video, I've never said I wanted to be mixed, or that I think I'm mixed, or that I want to be mixed. I don't know how else to express it, and like, I guess, like I said, because I know that people um are like disgruntled, or were already looking for reasons to dislike me, or already felt ways towards me. There's still going to be people who take what I say and twist it and run with it and say something completely different. But I will say, I don't want to be mixed. I don't view being mixed as on a pedestal. Um, I have been fortunate enough to be raised with a background that prioritizes blackness, um, that has a more Afrocentrism, like, politics. So I didn't grow up idolizing light skin. I didn't grow up idolizing mixed people. I didn't grow up idolizing whiteness. I didn't grow up with any of these complexes. I only yet encountered them when I got older and, interacted with the world. And I say this all the time in my video. That's when I realized that my upbringing was strange. That how I felt and saw myself was odd compared to how most black people are socialized in their homes. The messaging they start receiving from childhood all the way up. That's when I realized that my perspective was odd, because I genuinely, no, I won't say that because somebody's gonna take that offensively, but I'll just say this. I see nothing to be jealous of concerning a person who is mixed with white. I don't view white people as the beauty standard. I don't view white people as um like the pinnacle of beauty. I definitely don't see them that way. I just see white people as white people. And if you happen to be mixed with a white person, or if you, like I said, if you're Hispanic and you grew up with a like black mental like mindset, like, that is still idolizing whiteness. All of that comes back to idolizing whiteness, which is not a complex that I was given. Okay? So because this was not a complex that I was giving, I have no envy in my heart or in my mind concerning being mixed or biracial. I view mixed and biracial people as just another ethnic group of people. Okay? So that's number one. What I have said is that people, other people, have asked me if I was mixed because they think I'm pretty. And why did I say this? Because a lot of times people don't think black women and our features and our phenotypes are valid on their own. They don't think so. If you have long hair, you have to be mixed. If you're pretty, you have to be mixed. That's how people view black women. Now, maybe this is not something that you have personally experienced, but this has been a part of my life experience for a very long time. So I think I visibly look black. I think when you look at me, I think you see a black woman. You may not recognize my ethnicity or my culture or my heritage, which is, fine. I don't expect that, but I think you look at me, I think I'm like a black woman. Even though I don't have the darkest skin, and I don't have the kinkiest hair, I still think I look like a black woman. I think I visibly show up and look like a black woman. I think I represent black women. But because people have been taught that black beauty requires, a sprinkling of whiteness to be valid, or a sprinkling of something non-black to be valid, a lot of times people ignorantly will say or use phrases like, well, you have to be mixed, or what are you mixed with, or what is your like I said in my other video, people don't know the difference between race, nationality, and ethnicity. So they'll say, what is your nationality? And this is a question I have heard many times in my life, not because I think I look mixed, but because people think I'm mixed because they think I'm pretty. So people don't know how to deal with the aspect of beauty and blackness and marry them together. So what they do is they start searching for, okay, well, you have to be mixed with this. You have to be something else. Well, she's dark skinned. That's what people do. So that's what I was calling attention to. That's what I was addressing. That's what I was talking about. There's no other evidence to support that I have ever said I was mixed, or that I think I'm mixed, or that I want to be mixed. There's nothing on my channel. There's nothing I've ever said in a comment section on someone else's channel or in my own. There's no post that I've made that would indicate that I think I'm mixed or want to be mixed or any of the sort. So that's what I mean when I say, like, people don't care about the truth when the lie is more like entertaining. Okay. Also, for the people who don't understand that black people have different ethnic groups, similar to white people, similar to Asian people, if you don't understand that you could be white, but also be Polish, or Welsh, or Irish, or Mediterranean, or Sicilian, and if you don't understand that you could be black, as well as be Caribbean, Hispanic, Latino, African American, Continental African, if you don't understand that phrasing, and so when you hear someone saying, I'm an Afro Latina, you think they're saying that you and your brain tells you, oh, she's saying she's mixed. I cannot be responsible for that. I can't be responsible for the lack of understanding concerning what that means. There's nothing I can do um to address that. Like I just can't be responsible for that amount of ignorance. I just can't. That's why I always tell people, like, you can always, like, do your own research on things that I say or things that I, like, throw out there and move on quickly. I don't have to sit here and break down things, every single aspect, just because, or I'm not responsible, rather, just because you don't understand it or because it's unfamiliar to you. I don't have to do that. If a visibly black person like myself said I'm an Afro Latina, I'm saying I'm a black Latino. I'm saying I'm a black Hispanic. That's it. It's nothing tricky or complicated or deep about that. It's very, very clear, plain what it is. Okay? Lastly, I have never expressed in my videos that I have an issue with my skin tone, my hair, or my facial features. In fact, I am very much in love with the way that I look. I know that's upsetting. I know that's hard to hear. I know it's hard to encounter a black person like that. I get it. I've been dealing with this all my life. I understand that it's hard to accept or to hold space for someone like me if you are in a place where you've been taught not to like yourself. I have empathy for you. But please understand that because you are suffering with issues of your own does not mean that you can project them onto me. I love my skin tone. I love my complexion. I love my bone structure, my cheeks, my nose, my lips, even my little chin that points out. I love the shape of my eyes. I love my eyebrows. I'm in love with the way I look. Okay? In the video that I made that first started this whole thing, I did say that I do not have a really wide nose. Now, because like I said, again, when people don't like you or they have an issue with you, they will intentionally try to misunderstand you. I didn't because I didn't understand so much how YouTube worked at the time. I wasn't, like, consistent enough to really get that on YouTube you have to overstate yourself. Because if you don't, like, if you just make a statement and move on, people will use that to intentionally misunderstand what you're saying. I didn't realize that you have to talk on YouTube like you're talking to kids. Not like you're talking to adults, like you're talking to kids. So you have to overstate yourself. Kind of like how Umar does. But you have to overstate what you're saying and, like, over clarify. Because if you don't, people will run. Run with what you said or what you didn't say, such that they can come up or provide a reason or support their reason for disliking you. All because they dislike your opinion. Like, again, let's keep realizing that. Like, I have never done anything to anybody on this thing. I've never doxed, lied, talked shit, exposed. I haven't actually done anything to anyone on this on this YouTube space other than have opinions they didn't like. Like, opinions. Okay. But yeah, what I said in my video was I don't have a really wide nose. And I don't think I have a really wide nose. I think I have a wide nose. I think I have a black nose. I think I have an ethnic nose. I think my features are very much in line with Caribbean and Afro-Hispanic people. I think my hair texture, the hue of my skin, my cheekbones, my jaw structure, all of this is very much in line with Afro-Hispanic and Caribbean people, particularly Bayesian people from Barbados. That's where my grandfather is. So that's what I said. I said I have a wide nose. I did not say I don't have a wide nose. I said I don't have a really wide nose. I said I don't have really dark skin. I said I don't have really kinky hair. What I have is dark skin. What I have is kinky hair. That's okay. Again, everything that I'm saying is very clear, very like it's not elusive or like hard to understand. Everything that I'm expressing is like very like plain and simple. But like I said, when people want to misunderstand you, they will. When people cannot punish you or bully you, they will go on to invent narratives about who you are. And even after this video, I still don't have control over what people choose to believe about me or what people say and intentionally want to misinform others about me. I seem to inspire people to make videos who've never made them. I seem to inspire people to attack me or, like I said, try to bully me. Um, because they weren't able to, I don't know, do whatever they felt they could do here on my channel and my platform. I get it. But the truth of the matter is, nothing that you think or say about me is going to, one, change my experiences, change my appearance, change how I feel about myself, and change the type of content that I make. I am an authentic person. I don't have to use anonymity to pretend to be something I'm not. I don't have to use um, concepts like colorism or featureism or texturism to lord myself over people. I'm just authentically myself. I'm just here. And you either love that about me or you don't. And if you don't, that's okay. If I've said things to offend you, to bother you, I got it. That's how things go on the internet. That's how things go on social media. But the truth of the matter is making things up about me, ultimately, it does not serve you long term because your credibility is, will ultimately be called into question. And you will only surround yourself with other people who are negative, who are just looking to have drama for entertainment, like those type of women. And I don't hang out with those women in real life, so I'm not going to go and have fellowship with them online either. In real life, I wouldn't hang out with people who are into gossip and spreading lies. I don't tolerate that in real life. Maybe that's what it is, because I don't tolerate that on my channel. I don't like feed internet on my channel. People can't get that from me. Oh wow. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Take care.